If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Hello, House on the Road subscribers and followers. This man once said that whatever you're worried about today, you probably won't even remember in 2 weeks. The reason I bring this up is recently there has been a lot of comments, I guess it's based on the type of videos I've been making, that have talking about, system setups, water system setups, electrical system setups, those kind of things, which really got me to reflecting back on before I came out to live this adventure. And what was important then and what is important today is a huge difference. For example, before I got started, I had dreamt about endlessly going to the Grand Canyon. And I intend to go to the Grand Canyon one of these days, and I'm sure I will get to go every year. I feel like I'm a little closer to getting to it. But man, I thought that was going to be like the first place we went. But it isn't. And the reality is it's been very difficult to get there. Now, we don't think we're ready for that kind of boondocking. We went to South Dakota for several months, and water was tough to get. And so that was kind of our trial run. Are we ready to go live in the desert? And the answer is no, we're not ready to go live in the desert. So there again, the reality doesn't really match the dream. I remember that I thought when I was building, when I got the pop-up camper, I was remodeling it, getting it ready for our adventure. And one of the things I thought was very important was the water connection to shore water. For some reason, I really thought that was going to be important. Well, I didn't even know what it was called, but there was a lot of things I didn't know about this, like which side of the hose gets connected, and it was just, I really didn't understand the whole system, and I couldn't find any YouTube videos on it. Well, as much time as I'd spent on that piece, I never used it. Not one time did I ever use it. As a matter of fact, I went to a paid campsite, and they didn't even have water hookup there. They had electric, but no water. So I wasn't able to use it at a paid site. So it was absolutely a lot of wasted time doing that. Ended up, I just used the system that I still use today, which was the pump and the bucket method. It's what I still use. I didn't spend any time developing that. All I had to do was go get an RV pump and a bucket, and there I was done. Another thing I thought was going to be vitally important, absolutely vitally important, got to have it, just can't live without it, was an air conditioner. The pop-up camper actually had an air conditioner installed. It was cut into the back of the camper. It was just a little 5,000 BTU air conditioner, window air conditioner. He said it worked. We bought it in November. There was no way to test it because it was so cold. So in February, when I was really starting to focus on getting this thing finished by April, because that's when I wanted to have it done, I still hadn't tested it. It was too cold. And I was trying everything I could to test it, and I just couldn't figure out how to test it. I took it inside, tried to warm it up over the furnace, and tried to test it, and nothing seemed to work. So I concluded that the air conditioner was broke. So I went out and bought another one. I think it was $100, $150. And so I had to take it out, and I remembered it snowed when I was taking it out. And I was putting in the new air conditioner. We never used it. As a matter of fact, when the pop-up camper burned down, and we built the truck camper, we decided that we weren't going to replace it. Here it is, 90 degrees. It's probably 90 plus. It's probably around 95 degrees here in Missouri today. We're sitting outside. There's kind of a breeze. And, we're drinking a lot of water. But I think I would rather drink water than run that generator and waste all that gas. It's just easier for us to sit out here and stay cool in the shade, enjoying nature, than it would be to lock ourselves up in a tiny little camper, even a pop-up camper, or even a travel trailer. You're running the air conditioner, you're stuck inside. This one might be a little bit harder to explain, but I had this bright idea that when we would go to town, I had two batteries. I had a really small battery in the pop-up camper, and then I had a house battery. And I had this bright idea that any time I would go to town, I would want to take the smaller battery and put it in the back of the truck and charge it when we went to town. Just as we're driving, the truck could charge the battery. Big idea. And then when we got back, I would hook this small battery back up to the house battery, and it would give us extra power that we were going to go park the pop-up. You know, we might charge it for a few hours in the morning with the generator, and then we go exploring. Then I'd charge up this small battery and come back to the camper at night. I wouldn't have to run the generator. I'd hook up the small battery and I'd get us through the night. I never even attempted to do that. Not one time. It was a complete waste of time. And it took a long time trying to figure out how I was going to do this, because I had to have something I could plug into and connect the battery real quick. Just a simple, you know, plug. Or if you're going to come live out here, how do you actually determine what it is you need so you don't go and spend a bunch of money on things you don't need, such as the shore power or the shore water hookup, the air conditioner, or charging system for your extra battery? Here's what you got to do. You got to do test runs, and you got to do them in every season. You really shouldn't be coming out here unless you're doing test runs because, well, a lot of reasons. The primary reason to even see if you like this lifestyle. But the other reason is so you can practice what you actually need to do, what you want to do. I'm out there in the middle of winter remodeling my camper, and I spent at least 2 weeks designing systems that I never used. It was a complete waste of time, complete waste of money. And if I would have just went on a test run prior to installing all that stuff, I would have realized I don't need it. So I'm suggesting that you do your test run before you start installing a bunch of systems. And take short little trips. Go out to your local camping area, you know, 100 miles away. And you try to spend the weekend with nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, food, maybe some basic things that you know you're going to need on camping. Not only are you wasting money, you're wasting weight. And weight is so critical. The more weight you put on your travel trailer, your truck, camper, whatever it is harming your tires. You're wearing out your tires faster. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.